Just give us an idea, Stephen, how excited you are for this fixture to get the campaign underway. It's obviously, there's no bigger test really than Real Madrid coming to town. How excited are you by that?
Yeah, listen, at this level, it's all about the players. Like I say, it's a terrific experience for the young lads who are this season. They're playing a lot of games, so to be playing in a UEFA Youth League is terrific, especially at such a crucial age in their development. You never really get the chance to play against top level European opposition at this age group. So by the first team qualifying for the Champions League, it gives our boys an opportunity to see where they're at and test themselves against some of the best teams in Europe.
Real Madrid are obviously past winners of the Youth League as well,
yep.
And they've got a pathway. A lot of their academy boys have gone on to make that step into the first team as well. I mean,
yeah.
Is this the sort of barometer for your boys to see what the sort of level is?
Listen, with the games that we've got this year, there's different challenges, and part of our job as coaches is to try and give the players as much experience so that it prepares them for first team environment whenever that opportunity comes. And like I said, there's no a better test than to play against the biggest teams in Europe. So it gives us an opportunity as a staff and as a group and players to see where the lads are at in their development at this stage in their career, because ultimately their goal's not to highlight their career to play in the UEFA Youth League. Their objective is to play in the Champions League, or it should be when you represent our football club. The goal is to play in the big tournament and be a Callum McGregor, be a James Forrest. So for this stage of the career, it's going to be a valuable experience for them.
What's the mood in the camp been like this week heading up to the game?
It's been great. The boys are full of confidence. Like you said, they're young lads, so they're full of life, they're full of enthusiasm. And like I said, our job is to try and guide them along this path. And when you're a young player that's developing their career, it's important that they're going to have ups and downs, but just now we almost need to calm them down with the opportunity to play against Real Madrid. And like I say, in the UEFA Youth League, it's a fantastic opportunity for our young lads. And again, it's something that they'll need to play with calmness. They'll need to enjoy the occasion. But it's important in big games that you keep a level head and you stay as cool as you possibly can.
And what's the messaging been from the coaching staff down to the players ahead of the match?
Just the exact same as what it has been all season, to be honest. Like I said, we try and play a certain way. Nothing will change from how because it's a big game, we don't change on how we plan for games. We're leading into games, never ever changes. We'll be consistent no matter who it is that we're playing against. So we'll face some really good sides in the Lowland League this year. We're now going to face some top opposition in the UEFA Youth League. So the way that we train, the way that we will prepare for this match is no different from what we have throughout.
Hi Stephen, with yourself having worked as part of the first team setup last season, has it been good to try and lay down those similar ideas at Lennoxtown? And how has it been having time to work on the training ground without a game last weekend?
Like I said, listen, it was last year was terrific. Thoroughly enjoyed it. The manager came in with new ideas, which was great. And for us as a staff at the football club, it was great for us to tap into some of his knowledge and to work closer with him last year. So your role changed this summer. And again, it's been we've tried to then, I wouldn't say replicate, because it's pretty much impossible to try and replicate how our first team play because of how good the players are. But we're doing our best with the players to. At this age, it's about development, and they're going to suffer ups and downs. But it's important that we give them the platform and we try and give them the information, the knowledge to give them the best possible chance to be successful football players and be successful at our football club. Ultimately, the goal is to be Celtic first team players. So with myself and Dan's knowledge, we just try and give them as much information as we possibly can and hopefully guide them along this path.
In terms of results, it's maybe a wee bit of an inconsistent start to the season, but in with some good performances in between. But in recent weeks, in the last 3 games, we've seen them score 14 goals, keep 3 clean sheets. Do you think it took some time to maybe settle into the new workings and now we're starting to see the full effects of that?
Listen, young players, the one thing that you do get, you see young players that they're inconsistent. So when we try and implement a style of play that's as close to the first team as we possibly can, it takes a little bit of time. but the results aren't as important at this level as what it is at first team level. Like I said, it's the most important thing for us is how we play, how the performances are. That's our best kind of barometer to kind of judge how the players are doing. So they're full of confidence, they're full of enthusiasm, they're full of energy, which you would expect from young players, and there's certainly some of them that have got a fantastic opportunity to be top players.
Obviously, having the European champions coming to town, it's a scenario you know all too well from the games against AC Milan back in the day.
Yep. You
scored in that game at Celtic Park. How special is this to have the elite European clubs coming back, and given the form of Celtic have been shown recently, what sort of chance do you give them?
Listen, we're full of confidence. The first team are in a terrific run. The players, the management staff have done a tremendous job this season, and anything can happen, certainly at our place. So it's a game that everybody should be looking forward to. Like you say, the players will be full of confidence, and the game probably can't come quick enough for them.
How does the experience or the emotion compare for you just now coaching a team going up against elite competition as opposed to captaining the first team?
I think the biggest difference, Derek, is when you become a coach, it's all about the players. You've had your time as a player. You have some wonderful experience, times that you'll remember for the rest of your life. But now, I take as much passion working with young players on a daily basis. It was the same with the first team last year. The next best thing about when you retire from playing is being on the grass and coaching every day. It's something that I've loved doing for a long period of time, and the group of boys that we're working with just now on a daily basis are a brilliant bunch of boys to work with. They're full of energy, they're full of life, they're full of information, and they're desperate to learn, and they're desperate to be top players. And our job is just to give them the best possible chance to then succeed. So everything that we do, it's always about the players' development, and they're the most important people. So tomorrow our job is to support them in whatever way that we can. It's going to be a massive occasion for them, and quite rightly so. But like I said, hopefully this is just the beginning of a lot of big important European nights that they'll experience within their career.
That night against AC Milan obviously was remarkable in so many ways, and Celtic were underdogs that night.
Yep.
Would the message to the boys you're coaching ahead of tomorrow night, it'll probably be the biggest game of their career so far, is it believe?
In big games, Derek, when you're a young player, you've not really got the coping mechanisms that if things don't go well, what do you do? And that comes from experience. So like I said, it's our job to try and educate them, stay calm, stay composed, trust what they've did every single day since they've reported back from pre-season. They're full of confidence and full of belief. That's the one thing that I will say when you work with young players is they think everything's going to be like this forever. So it's going to be a massive learning curve for them, but we certainly believe that we can go and win the game. We know how difficult an opposition Real Madrid will be, but I've no doubt that we can cause them problems. We've got some very, very good players, very good professionals, with a lot of very good attributes within the group. So the boys have certainly got nothing to fear, and the experiences that they gained playing in the Lowland League last year will stand them in good stead as well.